welcome back to my channel. My name is Coco, and if you're into cartoons, storytelling, or theme parks, then I highly recommend hitting subscribe and following the channel because that's what we're all about here. Today we're talking about the new Nintendo characters that you can meet in the Universal theme parks here. I know people aren't as familiar with the parks as I am, so I want to make this as understandable to everyone. There's 3 Nintendo lands. So the first Nintendo World opened up in Japan in 2021. And then they have an extension to it now, which is Donkey Kong Country. In Universal Studios California, they open a Nintendo World, and it doesn't include Donkey Kong Country. Now, in Florida, they are opening a park called Epic Universe, and one of their lands is a Nintendo land, and theirs is more extensive than the one in California. This one also has Donkey Kong Country. So the one in Japan has Donkey Kong Country, and the one in Florida has it. Last year, they unveiled their Donkey Kong. Now we have ours, and it's really interesting that it's not even the same exact costume. So when I first saw it, immediately the thing that I noticed is that Donkey Kong has longer hair. And the craziest thing about that is that's not even the major difference. The major difference isn't how long Donkey Kong's hair is. He has a completely different face. So in the Japan park, he has like he's mogging. Like he's like, here's a real picture. And in the American park, he has more of like a smile. I personally really like the Japan one, like face-wise, but I understand why they wanted to make it more approachable because I have worked as a costume character in certain parks and even like recreationally, I don't think that's the word, but like for Kellogg's, I got to go around to different like Walmart to be friends with Tony the Tiger. And Tony the Tiger has a super happy face, but he's big, he's intimidating, and like kids would be scared to go get pictures with him, give him high fives. So I understand why they would give Donkey Kong like a happier face. Yeah, so this is what our American Donkey Kong looks like. Another difference in the quality is that the Donkey Kong in Japan, his tie, the DK is embroidered on there, and in America it's screen printed. And usually I feel like screen printing makes things look cheaper, but I just think this costume's so awesome. It's really hard to cheapen it. I think it looks great, and I would love to meet Donkey Kong. I'm curious to hear your opinions. What do you think of the American Donkey Kong? Which one do you like better, America's or Japan? And also if you have any information why they actually went with the changes, I would be so interested to know, so let me know in the comments. They also have a new meet and greet in California for a fan event. So the parks in California just generally tend to be smaller and not have as much things as the parks in Florida. And I think people go to Florida more for like the theme park destination. So I noticed in California, they do a lot of events to try and like entice people to come. So right now at Universal, they're having a fan event. It's called Universal Fan Nights, and they're having all different things. I think they have like anime stuff, Back to the Future stuff, but I'm focusing right now on the Nintendo stuff. And one of the characters that you can meet with is Yoshi. So they announced that they have a Yoshi meet and greet, and he looks so cute. I love how shiny his shoes are. It just looks so elevated. And then they have other parts of the event where you go for a hunt in Nintendo Land looking for Yoshi's eggs. And when you find all of them, you get stickers for each one that you find. You're gonna meet a mystery Yoshi. So they have a pink and blue Yoshi variant, and you don't know which one you're gonna meet. I personally don't like blind boxes because I'm like, I just wanna meet pink Yoshi. But both of them are so cute, so it's like, whatever. If you're not aware of the characters that they already have in Nintendo Land, they have Mario and Luigi, and they usually come out together. Then there's Toad, and there was a ton of like videos on TikTok of Toad dancing. So when I went and visited the park, I was doing this thing where I was doing like the hot to go dance with like all the characters I met. H-O-T-T-O-T-O, you can take me hot to go. Let's go. Like Nintendo Land, no dancing. For some reason, they don't allow that anymore. Oh, and Princess Peach. And I think Princess Peach's costume is so cool. I love just how beautiful the sparkles look on her outfit. And I think the way they did her hair is so awesome. When it comes to costume characters that are supposed to look human, I think that could definitely be a challenge, but they found a way to make it translate so well. I think we are just so used to seeing like amazing costumes that we don't understand like what a feat that is to design something like that. So just to give you an idea, this is what the 7 dwarfs looked like when the Disney parks opened, and this is what they look like now. So obviously like the way that we've done costuming has changed and evolved so much. The fan event that they're hosting in California isn't actually the first time that you see Yoshi in the parks. Japan, they do such cool stuff for their Nintendo Land, and I'm really curious if they're going to bring it over here at the new Epic Universe. So during the summer, they had a parade called No Limits. They had the characters coming out on floats that looked like Mario Kart. So Yoshi was like the first one in the parade. You just couldn't meet and greet him in the park. And then during the summer, after the parade launched, they added Daisy to the parade. Now the Daisy costume is definitely like a parade costume. It is made so differently than how the Peach costume is. And Daisy has not been a character that you can go out and meet in the parks yet. They also had a really cool float that had Mario, and they had Bowser, but he wasn't like a costume character. It was just like a prop on the float. I also saw another thing. I don't know what show it was, but I saw they have Bowser Jr. in a show, and he looks really cute, but he's not a character that you can meet. I'm curious to hear what characters you would love to see pop up in Nintendo Land. For me, I think such an obvious choice would be Bowser. It would definitely be a lot of work to make a beautiful Bowser costume, but I think it would definitely be worth it. Another costume that I think would be really cool to see for an event like Halloween Horror Nights or some other type of fan event would be a Dry Bones. And if you're not familiar with that character, Dry Bones, he's like a skeleton form of Koopa. I don't know how easy it would be to make a King Boo, but I used to play as King Boo all the time when I played Mario Kart. So of course, like, honorable mention to King Boo. Birdo would be super goofy, but I would love to see Birdo. Oh, and a Toadette would be cute. The Nintendo Land characters are the coolest to meet because they're actually able to talk to you. They have buttons, so like when you go up to the characters, they'll be like, let's go! And I think like Princess Peach is like, oh, I love your dress. Or something like that, I don't know.
Oh, we need a picture, let's all pose.
I think the way that they are doing the characters are so cool. I love the fact that they can talk to you, and I'm so excited to see the other things that they do. If there's anything specific that you guys want me to cover from Epic Universe or any theme parks, let me know. Also, if you have watched my other videos, this isn't where I usually film. I'm in the process of moving, plus my first nephew was born, so I've been spending a lot of time with him. So I've been kind of like slack-a-lacking a little bit on releasing videos. So thank you so much for bearing with me, and I will definitely like catch up and make some more content. If there's anything specific you want to see, just let me know. All right, that's all, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.